What is up, YouTube? HPJ here, and I'm coming back at you guys with the next three archetypes that will be taking the game over by storm from the 3-in-1 deck building set. So, Crossover Breakers, which will be released in the OCG pretty soon, actually. I think August is their release date. And we have three new archetypes that will be coming to the game. You know, they got the nice little fabulous art, but there are also going to be some more additional cards to the Yu-Gi-Oh art to the Yu-Gi-Oh series. Now, many of us know that when these 301 sets come out, we get some really banger sets of monsters that do exceptionally well. This is actually a really good thing because it means that, well, the product sells pretty well. Will they compete really well with the current meta? We don't know. And funny enough, at the time of this recording, the OCG just announced that they're going to have a ban list change right before July the 1st. So, maybe they might even have a chance, you know, if they hit Snake Eye as hard as they possibly can. And then we get, you know, some stellar new support for things coming on into the game within the next couple of sites. Because they've already have what was it? Infinite Forbidden. So it is only a matter of time before we see what other possible stuff they can bring to the OCG. Because I'm excited for the Forbidden Limited list for the OCG. I'm sure many of you are, but it really just depends. More so, I'm a TCG player, so I should at least be more concerned with what the TCGs looks like. But, I'm not hearing too many stellar things about it, so that's one note of things to note. But anyway, so we have three new archetypes to look at. We have an archetype that seems to be based off of Alice in Wonderland. We have another archetype that's based off of mechas, which is typical for Yu-Gi-Oh! And of course, everybody's favorite, dragons. You know, some dragons coming into play. So I've been taking a look at this, and it seems pretty legit. I do have to say, I love the artwork when it comes to a lot of these 3-in-1 sets. I think for right now, the most that I've seen, I have enjoyed the Pearly because they're cute and adorable. The Pearly came with something else. Oh, they came with Rescue Ace. Rescue Ace wasn't too bad. Then right after them, we had the Mementos. Mementos weren't too bad. Bringing the older Yu-Gi-Oh monsters back into the current meta with new artwork was actually pretty cool. The Mikanto were cute, adorable little dancers, so it was a real nice homage to them. Of course, Hungry Hamburger and the Novelist were, you know, a nice homage to a monster who hadn't had any recognition in the card game for like 20 years since its original release. So yeah, there was like a lot of them. We even get to Wild Survivors where we had the Transcended and the new array of dinosaur monsters. So that wasn't too bad either. Yeah. But yeah, so we had a lot of really cool shit going on, and I have to honestly say I'm really excited about it. So while I'm stalling out, while we go ahead and just take a look at everything. So starting off is the first archetype. This is the Raizeol. So their name is actually comprised of two things. Rai, which is lightning in Japanese, and then Zolite, which is actually a stone that's comprised of combustible catalyst. So basically it's a stone that just goes boom. Now, in terms of what they're translating here for the archetype consists of exceed monsters that will generate the power to shine light, burning flames, and booming thunder. Just off the artwork of the monster himself, this is actually, the name of the monster is Raizeol Dreadnoughter, and he definitely does look like a Zoid. He looks like a little Gundam. Any of the mecha series, that's kind of what this guy definitely takes inspiration from in terms of his artwork. It looks really busted, honestly. That's some really cool artwork. But this archetype is going to be based on Exceed monsters. So they're probably going to have like a gimmick where they can exceed on top of each other and you know, the more they exceed on top of each other, they're most likely going to have more effects, or your cards are going to have more abilities based off of the monsters that are attached to him. Kind of similar to how the Pearly actually work, where the more cards that are under them, or specific cards that are under them, the more abilities or effects that they get. We're going to move on from them and then go on to the Malice. So this is the archetype that is based off of Alice in Wonderland. And they have the ability where they seize control of mysterious digital universe through all sorts of code. So their name is in reference um, to clearing a game or a walkthrough of a game, which is actually pretty cool. To make a reference to video games. Not to mention, I love how the name of this archetype is a bit warped because they have the A for Malice, but it's upside down like it's a V. And V in most cases stands for victory in a lot of games. But also the word malice itself can mean some things of, you know, chaos or destruction or dealing with the malice of evil. So this monster herself is Malice Q Hearts of Carpenter. So maybe she's a reference to the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland, which is also a nice reference. So I love how they did that right there with her name. It's like Malice Q Hearts of Corruptor. So it's probably like a reference to, you know, this is probably the boss of the game. It does remind me of Labyrinth in a way, where Labyrinth was supposed to be based off of a maze game. Like here's like this damsel in distress, but actually no, this is like the queen of the maze, and this is like her minions that suit under her. And not to mention, let's be real, Labyrinth is a really good deck. If you want a deck that's just based on traps and has ways to answer stuff, um, Labyrinth is a really, really good one. Because Labyrinth, I did love the design of Labyrinth. Especially their boss monster being a female monster at that, too. Um, I forget what her name is. I just called her Goddess of the Labyrinth. Because she literally is a goddess in her cute, in her adorable outfit. And then we have the Longhua, high-level themed based around exceeding the beginnings of dragons and centered around dragons vying for supremacy. The theme name is comprised of dragon and Chachu, which is actually pronounced Xiaohu in Chinese. So basically, these are dragons who are based off of um, Chinese folklore, and apparently the term "other name" is in a reference to the romance of the romance of the three kingdoms. Ooh, okay. So we might get some names based off of some more Chinese-esque more Chinese folklore. Love me some Chinese folklore. I'm actually quite surprised though, with the amount of time that Gia has taken his inspirations from Chinese folklore. We haven't seen Byakko, Haku. We haven't seen Byakko, Genbu, Sakuya, or the Chinese Celestials actually. It's more famous. You know, the ones that resemble the four cardinal directions: the tiger, the tortoise, the phoenix, and the serpent. We haven't seen those. I know they have referenced them in the four cardinal dragons, but not the four cardinal beasts in Chinese folklore. So this theme itself is basically based off of dragons and their in the three kingdoms that follow in Chinese folklore. This is Genesis Long Giang Ba, and I love the design of this because mythical dragon. Now, in my overall sense of it, this is probably going to be one of those monsters, archetypes that's going to have, of course, dragons supported. So, things that support dragons are definitely going to be taking a major scene here. I don't really know exactly which ones. Like, okay, let's take a look at all the things that dragons have. Dragons have access to synchros, exceeds, fusions, Dragon Link, which is definitely just comprise things of dragons. There are dragon maids, which definitely take advantage of things as well. Blue eyes, red eyes, um, all of the dragon rulers, because they're a thing. I wouldn't say um, Yerms, because Yerms aren't technically dragons. But a lot of the Yerm support has been used with dragons. There are some Yerms that work well with the dragon type as well. The longevity of various dragon archetypes has already existed in the game that already take advantage of being a dragon. Hell, there's even what cyber darks that take advantage of dragons as well. So yeah, it's gonna be a longevity to see how Genesis long queue works well with the others in terms of it, because the long queue, from what it seems, could easily fit through various different archetypes if they're just considering the high level theming. If they are considering high level theming, there could be a possibility that we'll probably see Trident Dragon go up even more now, thanks to what's already going out with the 10 pin dragon archetype here in the OCG and the TCG. So my final thoughts on these three archetypes is that we're gonna have this typical three diversity. We already have what the mother archetype. We have the really cool mechas, and of course everyone's favorite, the dragons. What do I predict in terms of what I see so far? I think all three will be competitive, but on their levels of competitivity. I definitely see the dragons being on the top. I'm gonna say the the Raizeol in the Malice will probably be like the tier 2 rogue set, but I think just off of what she's offering, if what I see in Malice might just be Cyberse monsters, could be the Cyberse archetype, and just really taking advantage of being Cyberse. But I'm not too really sure on anything yet. Once we get more cards from each of their respective archetypes, like I normally do with these sets, I will do videos on each of them. But yeah, not too bad of a start. This is kind of similar to how the last one was, where they gave us the cards, the archetypes, and we just go from there. So, let me know in the comment section what you guys think of these monsters. Are you excited for their appearance? What are you feeling about crossover breakers? And how are they gonna screw up the names in the TCG? Because they will. Excuse me, because they will. Oh, we're not getting these things in the TCG. So I can't wait to see what shenanigans, you know, TCG headquarters does with these. But let me know in the comment section how you feel about these cards so far, and are you excited for them, and which ones are your favorites? Because I think at this point, I'm just going to say it now, I'm feeling the Malice. I really am. I think they're going to be really, really good. With the dragons coming around, dragons are probably expensive as shit, and then of course everyone loves their mechas. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, as it helps me out tremendously. You can hit the notification bell to be informed of when I upload more of my content to the channel. Social media links are in the description box below, and you guys can catch out the next video. HPJ signing out. Take care.